expecting fuel clearance at
Hey everybody,
0100.
welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm Bill. We are at the beautifully done Orbix Santa Barbara, and we're logged onto PilotEdge, and this is a debrief of the longest real-world flight that I've ever done. Instead of starting from the original destination, which was John Wayne, we started halfway to our destination, which is Monterey. So Santa Barbara is pretty much halfway point. It was just a long flight. It was a long day. 6.1 was the total time. Longest flight I've ever been on, and it was, man, it was so much fun. It was just absolutely amazing. So I am very excited to do this flight in Microsoft Flight Sim on PilotEdge, and you know, we briefed this flight before, so we've already done it. It was in the Turbo Aero. We did the one-way from John Wayne, and it was great. But because this flight was so long, you know, it was, and I was under the hood for most of it. It'll be fun to see what I flew over and also see what I did see, you know, as I was peeking through the foggles, and the approach into Monterey is absolutely gorgeous. And I did it in the simulator, and I don't really remember it, but I cannot wait to do this in the simulator. It was just stunning. It was absolutely stunning, and yeah, I'm excited to kind of take you guys along for the ride on this flight. So we're at Santa Barbara, got our clearance, and ready to call up ground for taxi. So let's freaking send it.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
If I can even remember where we're at. I think it's just Juliet to 25. Santa Barbara ground, Cherokee 83364 at signature, ready to taxi.
Cherokee 83364, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Juliet.
25 via Juliet, Cherokee 83364. Whoa, 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 what is all of that? Okay.
4-1 Tower, Cardinal 19
Apparently,
holding short of 25 on Alpha IFR.
For 19880, Hawthorne Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Awesome.
25 clear for takeoff, Cardinal 1980.
It's like, what the hell is happening? It is taxi time. All right. Looks good there. Looks good there. So the point of this trip, I'm just going to stop here as we do a run-up. The point of the trip was my wife, Julia, who you may know from
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Fuck.
She was meeting some girlfriends in Monterey that were road tripping down from Seattle. So she was going to meet them in Monterey and then continue the road trip back down to Orange County. And we were, you know, she was going through all the potential she was going through all the potential, you know, ways to get down to oh jeez,
buddy.
Adoned. Dude, that is so nice of you, man. 10 gifted subs. Orion 99 Tango Omega, Enorma, Lars, Farley, H Factor, Trikist, Hoju, Double Dwarf, I don't.
So 180, roger. You
Dude,
go to the
cheers
ramp,
to that,
or
man.
are you
Thank
able
you
to,
so much.
troubleshoot and get back to the runway?
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
let me
good,
troubleshoot. I can
it's a
still move,
good
but I'm not building a lot of
excuse
power. I'm not sure why.
for me to fix
Colonel
this
1980.
freaking.
Or 80, roger. Yeah, you can just pull ahead, straight ahead into the ramp area there, and you can just let me know if you
So
want to
why are
continue
those not working?
taxi, or if you
Adone,
need to
thank you so much,
cancel the
man.
flight.
Welcome everybody to
Roger, thank you. Colonel
the
80.
land of the subscribers.
No, for Mike Lima, fly heading 00.
So that's
Buddy.
004 Mike Lima.
why? Yeah, that is very weird.
Whoa, buddy.
What? What?
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
I love that, buddy. Now, why did that get
Hey,
screwed up?
bird. Whoa, buddy.
Does anybody know why that got screwed up? Quick view.
Hey, bird.
Whoa,
buddy.
buddy. Yeah, man, we gotta get the 4LE fly-in planned up.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Cockpit quick view left. Oh, see, there you go. I think that might be cockpit quick view left and right. Let's go clear that. And cockpit quick view right. Nope, cockpit quick view right. Clear that. Is that going to work? Quick view left. Select an input. Okay, no. Let's see if that helped. Zach, why won't my flight plan load up? Plane load up with my flight plan. I have no idea. Yeah, that is a weird one. Yeah, oh man, the views are screwed. All right, well, buckle up. Okay, so yeah, the reason for this flight was my wife Julia was meeting some girlfriends who were road tripping down from the Seattle area to Monterey, and she was going through the different methods of getting there. Airline to San Francisco, have them pick her up there, figure out a way to get to Monterey with like a stopover in Salt Lake, which is just madness. So I said, look, if I can get somebody to safety pilot for me, I'll fly you up, drop you off, and just come back. So that's what we ended up doing, and it was freaking awesome. It was so much fun. And now we're gonna debrief half.
Do you want me to contact ground, or can I stay with you?
No, 180, you can just stay with me, and runway 25 taxi to Sierra Alpha.
Sierra Alpha 25, Colonel 1980.
Santa Barbara Tower, Cherokee 83364, holding short, runway 25.
For Mike Lima, you are 5 miles for snake, maintain 3000 till established.
Oh, I did not get the newest update.
Right approach.
No, that's a good call.
Maintain 3000.
I have it in my email, but I didn't do it.
Runway 20 right approach, 44 Mike Lima.
83364 Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 25 Cherokee 83364. Okay, lights. Oops, lights, camera, action. Crap.
Entered
like,
runway 25.
It's like stuck. I
6,000
can't
feet
get out
remaining.
of there. Okay, so I gotta figure that out. Cleared left, cleared right. We're good. We're good. Let's go. Let's go somewhere else. Airspeed is live. Everything is green, I'm assuming. Gear is coming up. Props are coming up. There's runway heading. Take off. So this is the exact
364, fair for your transponders on.
Affirmative, we're showing it as on Cherokee 364.
364, I'm not receiving those, so you might have to do it through the client.
SoCal approach 44 Mike Lima, established on the ILS runway 20 right. Approach is to John Wayne.
Yeah, it does, Dan. It's so weird.
44 Mike Lima, thank you. Contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same wing.
126.8.
It's so
44 Mike
weird.
Lima.
41 Tower, Corner 19880 is holding short of 25 on Alpha, IFR.
Cardinal 10880, thank you. Wind 24011, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
25 clear for takeoff, Cardinal 19880.
Warrior 364, your radar contact departure.
Going to departure, Cherokee 83364, thanks.
075 contact Victorville Tower.
Going to Victorville Tower, 775 908
Yeah, look it up. That is.
Victorville Tower, 775 908 on final for VOR DME.
Yeah, that is really weird.
075 Victorville
totally
Tower,
screwed up with the
runway
internal
17, clear to land, wind.
The external views work, though.
30 at 25, gust 32.
Clear to land, runway 17, 775 908
Santa Barbara approach, Cherokee 83364, 1300 restricted.
83364, Santa Barbara departure, resume O navigation, maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
ONAV and altitudes, Cherokee 83364. Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous over here. Oh my god. It really does feel so strange doing this. And it's the same livery, so it's the plane. I mean, this is the plane minus the retractable gear. The panel.
John Wayne Tower.
I've been using the Garmin instead of the whatever the Garmin 100 because the plane that I fly is slant uniform. Like, just doesn't have anything. But it's the panel. Like this. The
departure, Corner
whatever you call it, this little spine here in the windscreen,
1200, climbing 3000.
the window, the wing, just all looks exactly the same.
Climb maintain 5000, Corner 19880.
It's crazy to load it up in the simulator and see it look identical. Which is why I love this Just Flight Aero, because it's worn, it's lived in, the yoke is worn out. It's just, it's awesome. This is awesome. And PilotEdge, just with PilotEdge going where you've got all the real frequencies. It's freaking crazy.
Maintain 5000 and expect LDA Charlie approach.
020 5000 and expecting LDA Charlie 7 Mike Papa.
Center 7 Mike Papa, confirm you have that go.
Can you repeat for 7 Mike Papa?
Center 7 Mike Papa, just me have the latest EDIS echo is current.
7 Mike Papa has echo for Van Nuys.
This is so awesome.
For 880, turn left direct Los Angeles, VOR.
Confirm, left direct Los Angeles VOR.
We're looking
SoCal approach, Kona 1980, can you confirm left direct LAS?
Look good. Oh, really good.
You're affirmative. It's a long way around. That's how they do it.
I know, it feels unnatural, doesn't it, Cole?
A different corridor for ATC sector.
Roger that, I just wanted to confirm. Kona 1980.
PSP would be nice. Yeah, PSP would be a good one. Okay, so then I was tracking... Oh, we're not tracking it yet, but we are going to go Paso, which is 14.3. So 14.3. That is showing up.
Mike Papa, fly heading 060. And
what's up, Nuke?
You
Happy
are
Friday.
14 miles from Silex. Maintain 4,000 till established. Low project cleared. LDA Charlie approach. Circle runway 16 left.
I'm sure you guys want to see my really bad landing.
7 Mike
Right.
heading
After a
060
3-hour leg,
1.4 miles from Torx.
not good.
Descend and maintain 4,000, and I will.
Just Flight
the,
released
LDA
Santa
Charlie
Paula?
4, but nice.
That's freaking awesome if they did.
Victor
Omar Soto, welcome.
989er is executing.
No, I did not see that. That is really cool if they did it. Frickin', that's not correct.
Surf 759er contact Josh, approach 126.1.
126.1, 759er.
I haven't updated Nightbot in a while. Santa Barbara SBA MYR MR1. Yeah.
Josh approach 759er just went miss over Victorville, runway 17, executing the miss approach to ether.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, that's awesome. $17 is a little steep, but I freaking love that place. Oh, there's where Q&I ate lunch. It's got the exact spot where Q&I sat.
Okay, execute miss approach is published.
That is so
and
funny.
Further in 110, 759er.
Oh, that's so rad.
You can expect higher from the next frequency.
Roger, Colonel
Wow,
180.
I am like going all over the place.
Sir 44 Mike Lima.
That
You
is
parked
so
on the east
cool.
side or west side today?
West side, 44 Mike Lima.
Sir 44 Mike Lima, exit right away.
Yeah, I'm
Taxi
getting
parking,
that
Bravo,
thing
monitor ground, pass
for
to the I-1.
sure.
Taxi to parking by Vibro and monitor ground. 44 Mike Lima.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna have a Santa Paula stream soon. I want to go back there soon as well. Julia has
SoCal
been
approach,
there. I
7
want to like
Mike
spend the
Papa
day
at
over there.
4,000 over Torx. Can you confirm I'm cleared for LDA Charlie? But nice.
There's a Mike Papa, affirmative.
Roger, 7 Mike Papa.
Man, that looks so great. Alright, so we're going to go a little bit too much pointing to the west. So here's like where we're at and where I kind of roughly planned to be at. Oh crap! Where's did the altitude thing not catch? Yeah, didn't catch it. Hello. We're like going all over the place. Everybody chill out in the back. Alright, there it is. Yeah, this Logitech panel is really spotty on what it...
880, contact clear, California 134.2.
42, Cardinal 180.
There's 7 Mike Papa, contact Van Nuys Tower 119.3.
Going to tower, 7 Mike Papa.
So there we go. Let it go. Now it should be good. 6,500. On our heading.
Van Nuys Tower, 257 Mike Papa on LDA Charlie approach. 3 miles
Okay, I
east
think
from,
we're
3 miles west from
good.
Silex at 3,400.
I would really like to
3257 Mike Papa, Van Nuys
figure
Tower.
out the hat
Circle
switch
west
thing.
of the field for a right downwind, runway 16 left. Report the circle.
7 Mike Papa will circle left on the airfield.
So it was
right,
weird flying for that long. The most that I've flown was John Wayne to San Luis Obispo.
The first part, the circling direction, is going to usually always be a
that
cardinal
was,
direction. So it's west, south, southeast, etc.
Really wasn't that bad.
This will be west.
I mean, it was still pretty. It was pretty long. It was solo, so it was a little bit more boring. This was like Julia on one leg in the back, and then Uchi up front. And it was just the freaking like best day to fly that far and then have lunch, and it was at one of my favorite places to eat in Monterey. Like, so it was just like, it was crazy to go into Oakland Center, and it was just awesome. It was really awesome. You know, I've just been, you know, Mr. ZLA SoCal, jumping around to all these places. And some of them are pretty long flights when you're going slow, but this was like proper, we're going someplace different. You know, like, we're not in the same region anymore. This is no longer SoCal. And it's freaking, dude, it is freaking cool. It really, I was more of a travel plane guy in theory anyway, but this even more so.
364 contact Santa Barbara approach 124.15.
2415 Cherokee 364. That we had that. Roman, did you mute the channel? Did you mute the display? What's the matter? Santa Barbara approach. Good evening, Cherokee 83364 6500.
Cherokee 83364, Josh, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Maria altimeter 3003.
Alright, 03 Cherokee 364, thanks. All right, I'm gonna hit the AC here really quick. Okay.
San Luis Tower, Warrior 77 Kilo, holding short, runway 29er.
Sweet.
Tower 7 Mike Papa circling west and will enter right downwind.
What a day. Like so cool. I can't. Alright, yeah, there's Santa Maria, so we're looking good.
257
Still
Mike
weird
Papa,
that
runway 16 left.
the Paso
16
VOR
left,
is not
clear to
popping
land.
yet.
7 Mike Papa.
There it goes.
7 Kilo, San Luis Tower, left down departure, approved, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
Say again, 77 Kilo.
Left downwind departure approved, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
It's Goldsy.
Left downwind departure approved, runway 29er, 77
It's
Kilo.
Goldsy. Goldsy's voice.
Downwind clearance, hello, Walker 169, I for Denver.
And it's Walker 169.
Walker 169, downwind clearance, good evening, clear to the Denver Airport, fins, 3 departure,
This is so
field
good.
transition, then us filed, climb by S8, accept, maintain 5,000, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 6517.
Staying in the squawk, Walker 169, cut off at the end.
6517.
Clear to the Denver International Airport, pins 3, departure field transition as filed, climb B to sit, accept, maintain 5,000, departure 128.1, squawk 6517, Walker 169, good evening.
Walker 169, good evening, your readback is accurate.
Thank you.
Your readback is accurate. Oh, you gotta. Geneva's got a potty break. All right. Well, then I won't feel bad leaving ZLA.
7599, pay attention.
I was cleared to ether and hold until 011.
What's up, Griller?
Hi. Yeah, that's your expect further clearance time. If you have any intentions prior to that, feel free
It
to
is
spit them
the
out. You don't
frickin'
even need to
weekend,
fly that
man.
whole miss to complete that rating.
Well, that's a flying lesson. Thanks. Yeah, I'd like to return and land runway 17 for Victorville, 775-989er.
You're just confirm you want to cancel IFR?
Yeah, no, sorry. Cancel IFR, 775-989er.
7599 for cancellation received. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Thanks so much. This is 759er.
See ya. Well, student earned his PPL endorsement. That's awesome. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. This is awesome. I freaking love this. Like, this is the nerdiest shit ever, and I love it so much.
Walker 169.
Just,
showing ground push on down.
this is great. Look at how beautiful this is. This is what it freaking looks like. Are you kidding me how cool this is? Oh, it's not part of the debrief because we're not taking off from John Wayne, but I did the coastal route northbound out of John Wayne in an Archer, which I'm pretty proud of my math on that one. We got up there in just the nick of time, so my nav log was correct that we did earlier. So that was kind of cool to validate that, and you know, not a terribly bad option. You know, I don't think there's too many flights where that's necessary. You know, like Agua Dulce, no. Maybe Santa Barbara, but even Santa Barbara, I think you could just go special flight rules and pick it up on the other side and scoot over there. This was a little bit longer, and we would have had to climb up anyway, and being a hood flight, it just made it easier to just climb up, do the transition, do the the coastal route transition.
Thank you very much. We'll go straight ahead across Bravo, and we will remain on this frequency. 7 Mike Papa. Have a good night. You too.
Victor Bell Tower 775 is currently 13 miles to the west, at level 6,000. Request full landing with information kilo.
For 7599 Victor Bell Tower, roger. Report a 3-mile right base, runway 17.
Okay, report a 3-mile right base, runway 17.
Is anybody new here tonight? I would like to, if you really just want to lurk, or on mobile or don't want to chat or something, totally cool. But if you are brand new, Gold Z, shut up. Go away. Oh, go away. If you are new, say hi. I would be curious what brought you here.
I don't call you names.
I always find that super interesting. We want to make sure that if anybody is new, they feel comfortable to ask questions. I probably won't have the answer, but somebody in the chat will. Foxtrot, hello. And that goes for anybody too. I mean, we're so lucky to have so many experienced pilots and controllers and CFIs and just all kinds of resources in the chat that are way smarter than I am. So I just want to say hi to anybody that's new, that's lurking in the background, and if you have any questions, please ask. There are no dumb questions in any of this.
Walker 169,
Omega.
runway 20
Hello.
right.
So I've been watching the Bad Batch on Disney Plus. I love that show, but I can't read your name and not think Omega. Omega. This community and stream is honestly super wholesome. That is a lie. Airwolf, we're yeah, well, thank you. I try to keep it. I don't know if wholesome is necessarily the vibe that I'm going for, but welcoming. So if it's too extreme on any one end, it's not it's easier for people to be either intimidated or put off by something that's, because I am not a wholesome person. I will tell you that right
Your
away.
microphone kind of sounds
I am not
around
wholesome
in your dryer.
in
Once
any
you're clear to
way.
the Palomar Airport.
But I like keeping it
expect radar vectors to join Victor 23. Then a file
not
5,000.
blue. What's the opposite of working
Departure
blue?
frequency 128.1. Squawk
In the stream, just
6543.
you never know who's watching, and young kids that are looking to get into aviation. Try to balance it as best we can. More Delson, did I get that right? Thank you for following, and Arana Via, thank you for following as well. Kind of looks like Mojave Desert area to your right. Mojave is a lot further.
334 San Luis altimeter 3001.
Alright, 01 Cherokee 364, thanks.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Goldie, I love you.
Love you too, buddy. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Anthony, Delta 92, welcome. Yeah, so I don't know the official names, but as kind of a local, this is the, obviously the coast, but this is kind of Central Valley, and then you've got, Central Coast, and then you've got the Central Valley out over that second ridge there, and then beyond that is the Sierra Nevadas, and then beyond that is Mojave kind of out past that. So I am newish, just hanging out around airplanes. Used to work in aerospace and can't get enough. Roy, dude, that's awesome, man. It is super addicting. It's, once you get the taste for it, it's just it'll take over. Well, Foxtrot, you mispronounced it. You mispronounced the freeway. That's not how you say it. I'll give you one more shot.
Right downwind, runway 30, report midfield, 77 kilo.
Give you one more shot at the freeway.
Short 20 left, we're ready. Walker 169, John Wayne Tower, cross runway 20 left to Lima, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff. Cross T0 left.
I can't even say what you wrote.
Walker 169.
That's how wrong it is. Come on. Alright, now you can do it. I know you got it in you. God, look at it's just like the only thing that makes it look kind of fake is the fact that the camera is just completely stuck. There's no movement, but the texture on the window, the wing, the hell's like, man, that just looks freaking awesome. So now, all right, so this is one of my favorite airports, right over here, Oceano. If you're a PilotEdge flyer, you will know that airport from the CAT ratings. And then also San Luis Obispo is right here, and that is a great airport. Awesome FBOs, great ice cream. I've been there a few times, and that's a really fun. That's a cool airport. This is a fun little area right here. Paso Robles, San Luis Obispo, Oceano. Yeah, it's goat milk ice cream. Like, it's insane. Bye, Goldsy. Auto feels like this. Goldsy, are you working at all? Are you like in the north, or I'm working local until top of the hour? Okay, and then are you bouncing after that?
Joshua approach, going to 180, 7000.
180 Joshua approach, Palm
There you go, JD got it. The 5. It's the 5. I-5 is if you're in Oregon or Washington. The 5. Well done, JD. I think Foxtrot, did you shouldn't be embarrassed, man. We all make that mistake every once in a while. Oh, don't say it. Don't say I-5. Oh.
Departure Blue, Walker 169, leveling 5,000.
Not good.
Walker 169, SoCal, departure with a contact on via set except maintain 8,000.
Fine, via set except maintain 8,000, Walker 169.
Hi, Marty.
Hello.
Yeah, I know. I-5. Nope, not good. Pilot Pete, welcome. Griller, do you listen to radio at all up there? God, this looks so crazy. So there's a like non-aviation, yeah. There's a jewelry store in Seattle that would always advertise, and I had like they had the same ad running for years and years and years and years. The Shane Company from I-5 or I-405 take the Alderwood Mall Boulevard exit. Open weeknights till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5. Like every time I hear somebody say I-5, I always think of that little commercial. The Shane Company from I-5 or I-405 take the Alderwood Mall Boulevard exit. I don't know how the hell I'm sick. We're tracking this VOR like a frickin' boss. Look at that. There must be no winds aloft here. Yeah, as soon as you're in SoCal, it is national, but the obviously I only heard the Seattle. But yeah, he's got stores all over the place. I think the first time, where was the first time I heard that one?
Walker 169, contact SoCal approach 127.4.
Bakersfield.
127.4, Walker 169.
Yeah, the 5 to Bakersfield.
Radar
Yeah.
contact lost.
Pretty gnarly. But yeah, so I the first time I heard that outside of Seattle, I was like, "What? They're not off the not off the Alderwood Boulevard exit? This is crazy."
Walker 169, SoCal approach, climb and maintain 17,000.
Did you go to UC Santa Barbara or UC Bakersfield, Pete? Because they were in our conference for 2 years until they decided to give going D1 a shot. CAU, okay. I have to go to the bathroom. Like, we're really close.
SoCal departure, November 1913 Alpha.
We're really close to the border.
1500 climbing to 5000.
Oh, California Aeronautical University. Sweet, man. Okay, cool. So, like, at
So 1013 Alpha,
the
SoCal
airport,
departure,
I'm
radar
assuming, right?
contact. Or 83364, contact Oakland Center 128.7.
28.7 Cherokee 83364. Have a great evening.
You too, Pink.
Sup, nerd? Alright, as soon as I check in, I have to run to the bathroom. Oakland Center, good evening, Cherokee 83364, 6500.
Oh no. (83364) Oakland, hello. The Imposter Robo's altimeter is not reporting. Monterey is 3004.
3004 Cherokee 83364. What's up?
Yep.
Oakland Center, Cherokee 83364. We need to step away for just 1 minute.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll be right back. still flying? We're still flying. Okay, we're still flying. Awesome. What? Only here for a few. Smoking some steaks. Awesome. Smoked steak sounds great. Smoked steaks sounds great. Can't decide. Charcoal, okay. Pellet. It's electric. Uses chips. Spur. Goldsy. Dark on. Exclamation point.
November, thanks. Connect ready tower and we'll see you.
Steak. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Alright, cool. We're good. Local Center Cherokee 83364. We are back.
Roger.
Paso frickin' Robles. This is one of my favorite spots. Oh my god, there's so many great wineries here. This is my favorite wine region
November, 900 Alpha November.
in the world.
Runway 16, good to land.
All right, we're gonna treat the restricted area as if it is hot, because it would be hot. So hot. Yeah, cool. Oh god. Goldsy, yeah, that's fine. What the hell? Yeah, Goldsy, if you're in here still, yeah, that can remain. Oh my god. What is wrong with people sometimes? I don't know. I don't know if there is ever any like situation where that is kind of a okay topic to bring up. But yeah. Anywho. Let's do. Alright. Making some moves here. We are making some freaking moves.
We'll make left traffic and runway 16, good land.
Making some moves. Booking some airplanes, making some moves. Might be flying tomorrow, so I got the plane booked.
November, okay, execute domestic approach procedure is published. Contact
Paso Robles. Welcome back. Okay. Sorry. What are we doing? Who's your name? What's happening?
Hello. Anyway, Owen Chip.
Paso Robles, great wine, yes. Okay, so this region, we've talked about wine a few times on some flights, and this region is so great for wine. What's up, Iowa? I am really self-conscious about the word that I'm about to say, but the terroir of Paso Robles makes some of the best tasting wines. Oh my god, Anthony, the A320 looks freaking good. It looks really good. I have had actually a lot of fun flying the what is it, fly-by-wire A320, and I'm kind of into it. I have to admit I'm kind of into it. I don't have the patience or the brain power right now to do the Boeing stuff. But the A320, I feel like I can wrap my head around, and when I don't touch the gear lever, can manage to actually complete a flight. So that looks pretty cool. But what I'm really looking forward to, what I'm really looking forward to is the next update. I believe it's on the 27th, right? Is that Tuesday?
Okay, fly 190 down to 10,000 and the visual approach for 35 right.
That update I am really excited for. It's the launch of the Xbox title, whole new update, revamping, I think a lot of stuff behind the code on this. They're, Asobo, Microsoft are going to make a lot of money on Tuesday, and I'm excited to see. I'm hopeful. I am like perpetually optimistic when each one of these updates comes out. I saw some footage in the Discord on the Xbox version, and it actually looks pretty good.
And Walker 462 Centennial currently 2 o'clock, 12 miles support in sight.
I will report 51 but you're coming in the real broken right now.
Walker 462, contact Denver approach 126.1.
So yeah, I think that man, I don't know. I wasn't there for the beginning of the X-Plane, when X-Plane 11 came out. Sorry. What's up, Hawks? Yeah, I'm very excited. I find it harder as time goes by to fly in the other sims. It's gonna get better and better and better and better. And I'm very skeptical. Skeptical. Yikes. Skeptical. That's a pretty good one.
November 0 Alpha November. Are you able to maintain your own training obstruction clearance between your present altitude?
Okay, this is not a political statement at all, but like
November 0 Alpha November cleared to Reading Airport.
The political conversation will go no further after this comment. But Rand Paul saying manimals in a hearing this past week was so funny. Skeptical is pretty close to manimals. But I am still very skeptical. Skeptical. Jesus hell. I am skeptical of the Xbox version. It doesn't matter at all to me because I don't have an Xbox and don't care at all. But I don't see how that it's going to be what it appears they're trying to do. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Chili Papa, welcome. Thank you for following. But I think that I don't know. This update I feel like has the potential to be actually actually progress the performance of the sim, because the last couple have been kind of stale, and I imagine that a lot of the performance optimization that they had to do for the Xbox will find its way into the desktop. I disagree. It's going to open the community. Also, I watched some streamers play on it, and it runs smoother. Yeah, no, and that's actually I I saw the same stuff. It looks great. It looks like it performs great. Looks like you can use your view to select, items in the cockpit. It looks great. I hope that it's awesome. I really, really, really hope that it's awesome. I don't have much faith in it because of how unoptimized it's been on PC. I have a 3900X. I've got a 3070 graphics card, and it's like at times just like slows to a crawl. So I hope that their optimization for Xbox finds its way into the desktop version, which will make this run perfectly. And from there, I think it's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. Getting Xbox to work with FatSim PilotEdge will be tricky, and honestly, there are a lot of people from that platform that you don't want. Yeah, I hope that PilotEdge remains free from Xbox users, but that is my hope, is that it runs great, that they've optimized it, that because of the size of the market, the Xbox market, that they've put a lot of time and energy into optimizing it, and that trickles down into the desktop stuff. No, not all. Absolutely not. I mean, I was a console guy for a long time, but there's no doubt that there are a lot more 12-year-olds on Xbox than are on, $2,000 gaming PCs. It's just there's no way around that. Yeah, they won't. Yeah, I mean, if somehow VATSIM is able to connect to Xbox, that could take a turn for the worst. But yeah, Chili Papa, I hope that it works perfectly on Xbox. I hope that it just blows it wide open. Griller, this is a handmade lemon drop, freshly squeezed lemons. I squeezed them not that long ago, and oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, I hope that it runs perfectly. I hope it looks like this. I hope that it gets a bunch of people into aviation. I hope Carenado steps up their game. I hope Asobo and Working Title and Fly-by-Wire and who else? Just Flight. I hope all of these third-party developers, Orbix, I hope they lower their prices. I hope they raise the fidelity. I hope they raise the frequency. Things are coming out. That's all going to benefit everybody. I pray that that's the case.
132.2,
understand though, right now it's a community, and Xbox is a huge community, so it's almost like you guys are a little company being bought by a huge one. I don't think so at all. I don't think that is true at all. I think it is a niche little, we'll say community, niche little community that is desperate for more volume. We need more volume. Every flight simmer anywhere wants the volume. We want it to work. Without a doubt, we want it to work. We're skeptical of it working because we've been through you know, we've been through updates, we've been through PC hardware updates, we've been through plugins and orthos and airport add-ons. We've been through all that. I have a 1 terabyte SSD that's almost full of this crap, and it's that is not possible realistically on a console. And you know, so there's a lot of skepticism with how they're going to make it work and what it's going to actually look like when it does work. Oh, Goldsy, look at his little chin, his little puppy chin. Freaking love that. Now you're going to get a huge influx of volume, and with it comes idiots. Dude, there's not going to be idiots that the actual flight simmers are going to have to deal with. So it's not like a first-person shooter where you've got a bunch of idiots on voice chat and whatever. It can be segregated very effectively and efficiently because one, you can fly offline where you don't have anybody bothering you at all, and the networks, the air traffic control networks, are also a little bit limiting in that, you know, you can't, for PilotEdge, you know, there's a much higher barrier of entry there versus VATSIM. So I don't, like, it doesn't affect me at all. Yeah, we're not going to have a Call of Duty lobby. No, that will never happen. It's going to be a huge spike. It's going to drop off tremendously after the first month or so, probably, and then from there it'll be a gateway to get people onto the full desktop sims. That's what I think is going to happen. Is you're going to have this huge influx of people with Xboxes and Xbox Game Pass and, you know, whatever, that are going to buy this thing, try it out for the first month. They're going to realize that there's not much video game-ness to it, and they might add some stuff potentially. I don't know, but they'll drop off a little bit, but it'll be an easy way for people to experience a good flight simulator, and then once they start to realize how much constraints the console puts on it, they'll want to adopt into the PC environment. That's what I hope. I hope that it's a gateway to get more people onto the PC sim stuff. So yeah, Airwolf. Yeah, exactly. It'll the longevity for the majority of people will drop off. I don't know, man. RE constraints. Okay, if you have a $5,000 setup, then yeah, but there's the Xbox has a ton of constraints. So, like, if you want the full experience, you're gonna have to build a gaming PC if you don't have one already. That's the reality. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that the Xbox version will not be able to do, and which is totally fine. It's not necessarily supposed to, and once people get a taste for it, it'll open up the door for for hopefully hopefully PC or GPUs prices will be back to normal by then and available. So people will actually be able to build PCs, but it's going to happen. That's what I hope. Yeah, third-party software, hardware, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I mean it's ones and zeros. Anthony, the destination is Kilo Mike Romeo Yankee. here is... I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I would be happy to be wrong, but like all of this stuff, and I know that what is it, Turtle Beach or whoever is going to have their yoke, but you know, it's stuff like that, the hardware aspect to it, and I have a very simple setup.
Experimental 811 for level 10,000. Where do you check?
The horsepower in there versus an Xbox,
I think it was button switch.
There's
like
no
just switch to the nearest center frequency. Request to switch to
there's no comparison.
Request,
so it's going. The PC version is going to be better than the Xbox version.
Not staffed on the network.
And once people get a taste for it on Xbox,
do me a favor, change strike frequency.
I'm hoping that it drives
with
them
your approach request.
to the PC
switching to 26.6 and then state the request 811 Alpha. Yeah, lost you on 132.6. So.
Aspen's birthday is just over a week. Can't believe we too. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, that did go by fast. Holy crap. Yeah, happy birthday, little Aspen.
Center, I guess. Experimental 811 for level 10,000.
Yeah, Chili, dude, I agree. It looks really nice, but it is impossible for an Xbox to match the horsepower of a full gaming PC. I don't know what that will turn into, but you know, is it going to be draw distance? Is it going to be detail? Is it going to be systems? Is it going to be whatever? Like, I don't know what it will manifest into, but it's going to be something. You know, we'll just see. Yeah, I mean, Chili, it's just computer hardware. We've got higher clock speeds, we got more cores, we got more VRAM, all that stuff. Like, it's just strictly numerical. It's objectively gotten more capabilities, obviously. And I hope that it lowers the price of everything.
November 0, Alpha, November. Trajectory be a Delta.
Yeah, it's one exactly. It's
let's make a Delta.
One system. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it'll. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible that it will look nice, but also the reality is too that on PC, like if you put it to medium and then ultra, there's not much difference. You know, like it's really hard to tell, honestly. It's really just like bragging rights. Like, oh, I run mine at ultra. You honestly can't tell at all. So. You know, you're not gonna notice. But I will say that streaming, like actually like viewing something on a YouTube video or a stream is way different than running it natively, because that stuff gets compressed down. So if you look at a PC stream versus an Xbox stream, they're both being compressed. So you're going to, that's not an apples to apple. Well, yeah, it's not an apples to apples comparison, because if you have, you know, your Xbox connected to, you know, whatever TV you've got, you know, that's different than a monitor in front of you. It's different than, you know, at 1440 or 4K or 1080. It's very different. So I saw the same streams and videos and stuff. It looks awesome, and I hope that when people get it, they're not they're not disappointed. I hope it's great. I hope it is really great. Prozac, what's up, man? To match the specs of an Xbox, to match a PC. Yeah, well, now it would cost you. Yeah, now it would cost you. I mean, look, dude, I'm a console guy. I grew up a console guy. I would get, you know, every new console as soon as it would come out. There are huge benefits to it. They're super fun. They're really great. But having built a couple of PCs now, I have converted. It's so much fun. You know, like the stuff you're able. I mean, I'm streaming. You got transitions and music and webcams and.
Alpha. I got our traffic zone between you.
I do my work on this computer. I edit videos. I've got whatever 6 terabytes worth of storage and like it's just freaking awesome. They're very, very different. They're very different stuff. So like it's. To me, I would not buy a console now. I would rather play it on PC. I think that the consoles are great, but with like smart TVs, there's no. I mean, the only reason I still have my PlayStation is for Blu-rays. You know, Blu-rays that I have hanging around. So they're cool. I mean, it's great, and it's. You know, I didn't intend this to be a like a PC versus Xbox, argument or conversation, but their PCs are way more capable than consoles are. That doesn't mean that they're better. They're just way more capable. They do way more stuff. So some people like to be able to plug it into a TV and sit on their couch and play games. I was there for 20 years. That's what I was doing for 20 years. PCs are very, very different. They require a lot more effort, and I think when you put in that effort, the return you get is greater. And that's just my opinion. How about portable flight sim? Oh man. Let's see. Let's do ATIS is 1925. Let's see, we might have to get a little fancy coming into Monterey here.
VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advice on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Reset all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information X-ray. Monterey Peninsula Airport, ATIS information X-ray. 00540, wind 230 at 10, visibility minor, 900 scattered, temperature 17, dew point 12, altimeter 3004, arriving and departing runway 28 left, 28 right, visual approaches in use, VFR departure.
Alright, so we're scattered.
Advice on course heading, altitude, and if flight following.
We're scattered at 900. Yeah, dual monitors are so money. I've got a 32 here, and then my older 27 here, and I would love a third monitor. Honestly, I would honestly love a third monitor, which sounds like so crazy because I went for so long with just one monitor. Oh no, I'm fine. I don't need 2 monitors. I can do it with one. But oh my God, 3 monitors would be really nice. I would just like to have like a permanent, like, like Twitch, YouTube, ticker, like something that's just like permanent right here, and then have the 2 monitor set up. That I think would be cool. Third monitor hooked up to an Xbox. Okay. We're gonna try to... So the thing about the VOR coming in here is that it, the minimums are actually pretty high. So we have the localizer for 2.8 left. Now I do have RNAV capabilities in this, so we could do the GPS for 2.8 left. What's the minimums on that? See, even those would not get us down far enough. So that actually would not work. So if we do, we'll just do the localizer, and I'll put it in here. We'll still be visual, but let's just put in the localizer here. 110, 7. Okay, and the course is 278. We kept it high, like we were restricted through here to 5,500, and then we got well, it's reporting scattered at 900, so I can't see all the way out there, but it's possible that we might have a marine layer in there. So I'm just trying to, like, the ILS on into the 10s, or 10 right, is a 200-foot minimum. So that could get us down if we were, you know, if we can get 10 right. But the problem is whether the weather is going to actually be more accurate to what it is like in real world. Yeah, I'm using the real world weather, but it's just not good. It's not accurate at all. Yeah, it's not accurate. Yeah, it was so, but it was reporting on Wednesday. It was reporting few at 800, and the marine layer stopped. Like, it wasn't even close to the airport. It was clear over the airport. PSV man, welcome. So what I can probably do is see if we can pick up the ILS on the way around, but yeah, who knows? What did we have for the weather again? I can't remember.
Zulu, wind 230 at 10, visibility 900 scattered, temperature 17, dew point 12, altimeter 3004, arriving and departing runways 28 left, 28 right, visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance livery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information X-ray.
Oakland Center, Cherokee 83364, we have information X-ray on Monterey.
364, Roger. You can connect NorCal approach now 121.3.
21.3, Cherokee 364. Norca, hello. Cherokee 83364, 6500, information X-ray at Monterey.
83364, NorCal approach Monterey, altimeter 3003.
Information Yankee is not current, sir.
Information Yankee, we'll pick up Yankee, and we'll try to get in there VFR. If not, we may need to work something out. Cherokee 83364.
364, Roger. The new ceiling is reporting at 900 broken.
0154 Zulu.
Alright, roger that. Thanks, Cherokee.
Destination ATIS is 119.25.
Ceiling 900 broken. Temperature 16. Dew point 12. Altimeter 3003.
Airwolf, have a great one, man.
Runway 10 right. Departing runways 10 left. 10 right. ILS runway 10 right. Approach and use.
Chili Papa, what he means is the satellite data.
And if flight following is requested, read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Yankee. Monterey.
And NorCal Cherokee 364, we have Yankee. The previous sim, we'd have to download the actual file for the satellite imagery. Like this is satellite imagery. This isn't procedurally generated. This isn't default. This is actual satellite image, and we would need to download these in gigantic tiles, and it's terabytes and terabytes of data. So in the previous generations of sims, in order to have it look like this, you would need a RAID array in order to make it look like this. So the data that is being pushed through in order for it to look like this is massive, and that's where that's where a lot of, you know, it's not a simulator elite thing. It's a, dude, we've been through the ringer with big simulators, and we know how much it actually takes to make this stuff run, and it seems crazy that they'll be able to get it to run on an Xbox, because I mean it was 2 years ago, year and a half ago. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of hours making those freaking tiles. You know, it seems crazy that is the case. So when I came visual, it's just freaking gorgeous. We have these mountains. You're coming in over the mountains here. We've got the airport in sight. NorCal approach, Cherokee 83364. We have the airport in sight. We'll be good visual.
Awesome.
Sweet deal. And one of my favorite racetracks in the world, and definitely my favorite racetrack in the U.S. We flew right by it, right there, and it was so freaking cool. Oh my god, it was so cool. If you've never been to Laguna Seca, you gotta go. If you ever get an opportunity to drive on Laguna Seca, oh my god, it's insane. It's so much fun. But yeah, flying a freaking airplane next to one of my favorite racetracks was crazy. That was so much fun. We've got, might be able to show as I'm on final. I mean, I'm trying to land a plane. Absolutely, man. I will be up here for sure on Tuesday. Let's see. This is going to be stupid small, I think, if I even have it on Yeah, I don't have that. It's too much of a pain, but all right, man. Have a great night. Thanks for finding us. It's awesome. Goldsy, have a great night.
Right turn, contact ground. Right turn, contact ground. Clear up.
Oh, you're saying goodnight to Goldsy. Got it. Roger that. Yep, eyes. We are in the process of the debrief, the old debrief, and what a great flight. So the winds were reporting 14 knots, quartering crosswind, a little spicy, and I was not happy with my center line. I take a lot of pride in my center line accuracy, and oh man, did I not do a good job. I made up for it at the John Wayne landing, but this one, we arrived. Frickin' Laguna Seca. As it should, eyes. Yeah, you got your cross-country solo, and it's just frickin' pretty. And Laguna Seca is right there. So just take it all in. This is what it looks like. I did not have the 360 camera. It ran out of storage space. Yeah, dude, the first time that I dropped down the corkscrew in a race car, it was just like, holy crap. Oh, first cross country ever. Got it, okay. Where's the runway? So the 360 camera was not recording through this, so I have a forward-facing GoPro. And yeah, this is crazy how this is identical. Oh my god. We are good visual. This is looking nice. Okay, lights are all on. Mixture is full rich. Fuel is on the fullest tank. Prop is coming full forward because this thing has no power. And I'm going to try to land this thing better than I did. NorCal approach, Cherokee A3364. We're on about a 3-mile final for Monterey.
364, thanks. Connect the tower 118.4.
18.4 Cherokee 364. Yeah, exactly, Prozac. Yeah, this is my
2-mile final runway.
I try to
28
debrief
left.
all my real-world flights in the sim after doing my prep for them, and then debrief for them. Monterey Tower, Cherokee A3364, final 28 left.
83364 Monterey Tower, runway 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, Cherokee A3364.
Actually, yeah, 28 left. Sorry, 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, Cherokee A364. I've done this for almost every single
Walker 169, Denver, Center, roger.
And I get so much enjoyment out of it and
500.
benefit out of it as a pilot. It's really, really, I think this is great. And we're about to fly right over one of the best steakhouses in Monterey, Tarpey's.
GA hangar, taxi for 34 right, for southwest departure, half Quebec.
I do it both, Prozac. Yeah, I do them both. The after one, I feel like at this point is more important for me and more fun. But yeah. So earlier in the week, I did the briefing stream, flight plan,
off of taxi Delta,
and briefing
Thank
the
you,
route.
runway 34 right, taxi Delta.
And then afterwards,
And
come back
golf.
and do it. Trim.
34 right via Delta and Golf. 321 Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Okay, there's the center line is much better. Oh, look at the crosswind though. Oh yeah. Yeah. Same taxiway exit. God, this is so weird. This is so weird. Oh, this is Lima? Yeah. Whoa. Monterey Tower, Cherokee 83364. Clear 28 left at Lima. We are parked at Del Monte.
November 83364 Del Monte via Alpha, this frequency, and I'll let them know to get the cookies ready for you.
Thanks, Del Monte via Alpha, Cherokee 83364. Oh, dude, it's a total mindfuck. Oh my god, like, it's just crazy. It's so crazy. Digrist, that was money compared to what I did in the real plane. I don't like my landings in the sim. I don't care at all. I could bounce it. I could literally collapse the gear and crash it, because landing in the sim is hardly, except for one plane, the closest I've ever experienced to a plane landing like the real thing is the community mod Bonanza. Anything else, not even close. Not even freaking close. So I really don't care at all about the landings. But yeah, so doing this flight, you know, it's a 3-hour flight up there, which is, if you're not used to doing that when you're flying along at 100 knots or whatever, it can be weird to cruise for that long and then all of a sudden slow down to, you know, 65 knots or whatever to land the thing. So that does take some getting used to, you know, look at the instruments and get the thing slowed down. But the crosswind, it was I was not correcting enough, and it's like a big area. Like the ramp and everything feels huge. God, this is so weird. Yeah, this is awesome. It's a gigantic ramp, and the runway is really wide. The whole facility is really wide and everything. So I just, you know, like I feel like I probably got a little bit lazy. And just wasn't on the center line. 3070 Ti, right on, okay. 64 gigabytes of RAM, yep, that should work. Yep. I have a 3070 and a 3900 and 64 gigabytes of RAM, and it runs pretty great. Ah, man, that's so crazy coming in. Okay, so ding 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 ding. Brink. This is the arrow. All right, so now let's go to check out this really crap landing. Let's see. Some of these GoPro things flipped around. Where is my landing?
Two ship on.
There's takeoff.
Yeah.
There's cruise.
You put words to it.
There's that. Okay, so here's the facing us camera where he's like, Yeah, you're going kind of fast.
1-4 is a little spicy. Speed checks, 1-4. That's nothing.
Let's see.
Bit of... Cool. No, should probably grab this. Oh yeah, let's buckle up. Sure, thanks. Just reminded me. Got it. The other side of being zoned in. Ding. Yeah, that seatbelt sign is turned on. Please be seated. It's like I forget to take it off, and the one time I do take it off, I forget to put it back on. Okay, mixture is full rich, everything is on. It's a little bit bumpy. 1-4 is a little spicy. Speed checks, 1-4. But that's nothing.
Monterey Tower, Cardinal 942 Echo needs to execute a left.
Julie and I did a 24 knot crosswind to John Wayne once. Just like, hell yeah. There's no spice is gonna stop us. Oh, this is a cool airport. It's on a cliff.
Monterey Tower, Cardinal 942
Get the UMass on
request a left 360.
approach right there. Yeah, that is cool.
Look at Uchi checking my airspeed. He's wondering, he's like,
nice.
When's this guy gonna slow down?
Yeah, so here's the extra flap. Feel that? I feel that. That's actually nice. And it drops it like perfectly.
And make sure you have the 20 inside over there, please.
I gave him the bonus flap demo.
Executing a left 360.
Yeah, I can see the windsock right there. Yeah. That was... We're here, Monterey. Just straight stall landing, I like it. That was not my best, but I think that was... Oh, you made sure Monterey knew that you came. Yeah. We're here! That's actually a perfect example of a Piper landing where, like in a Cessna.
364 turn left at Lima or next taxiway to parking.
See Lima.
Right, left at Lima, and we are at Del Monte, Cherokee 364.
Cherokee 364, you can turn right on taxiway Alpha and then taxi Del Monte.
Oh, that feels so nice. Yeah. All right on Alpha, Cherokee A3364, thanks. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now let's look at the forward view.
Hello, Walker 3, work terminal 3, taxi with Echo.
And you can see how bad the landing was. It's not good. It was not good. I think here it is. Nope. Here? Nope. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. So here we're coming in here. Turn that down. Like, yeah, I got the aviators on. So there's Laguna Seca right there. This poor little plane. She's a beater. She is definitely clapped out, but oh, it's so fun. It is so much fun. Alright, so this is, you know, just whatever coming in. Blah na 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 na. I am genuinely embarrassed by how far off the center line I was. Adone, I know you comment on my center line, so you know that it's not, it's an exception, not the rule, but this one, I was bummed. Like, oh man. What's up, Head in the Clouds? Yeah, this little Piper has seen some stuff.
Bird, whoa, buddy.
Just in time to land at Monterey.
Heck yeah, just in time. Centerline is for professionals, right, Griller? Yeah, Anthony, isn't it amazing? So yeah, like see, like I give up on the rudder too early, and look at how much it drifts. I mean, 14 knots is not anything, you know, that's not a small amount of crosswind, but like right here, like that's pretty good. I've got my nose pointed into the wind, like that's looking, you know, that's looking okay, and you can just see right when I give up on it, right? Like that would have been great, and then I give up on it. It's too early. I still had the mains on the center line. Yeah, I mean the mains were on center line probably, but I don't. That was. Contrast that with my landing back at John Wayne. So here, this is my landing back at John Wayne. So yeah, I guess it just like drifted. Like once I touched down, it just drifted a little bit more. I don't know. That was. But you can definitely see that I gave up on the rudder way too early. You know, I had it nice and crabbed. We're looking good, and then straightened it out way too early. This one was a little better. This is back at home though, so we got fewer unknown variables. That's better.
I tried to go longer for that.
That's better.
But you can just like butter. Yeah, you can just butter through it.
3 feet lower. Yeah. I mean it's also a Piper too, so it has a little it's a little bit different. But yeah, I think you're right. It was probably I rounded out a little bit too early, and yeah, that. See if you can tell what's different about this flare, Griller. I'll turn up the volume. See if you can tell what's different about this flare.
I tried to go longer for that. That's fine.
No, long landing. Because I park on the other end, so I always ask for a long landing, and just I get it into, you know, ground effect or whatever, and then just start adding enough power, and then just keep it floating, and then just kind of eventually I chicken out on adding too much power, and it just like lands. I was one taxiway early. Yeah, so it was definitely not a soft field. Just hold it off. I try to just get it flying, like where I'm just flying it all the way down, and then just beep. Oh man. So there is that. What a freaking fun flight. Very, very new. There are a lot of things that were not necessarily out of my comfort zone. I mean, I would have done it without, you know, a friend who's a CFI and an airline pilot there. But it felt totally different. I don't know if you noticed, but you can tell how long a plane has been sitting on the ramp by the wasp bees that are growing on the edge of the glare shields. Yeah, no, there's no one's got a vacuum in there, unfortunately. Yeah, it wasn't short. Yeah, I mean, I try to add more power than I would on a soft field, like, and just like I want it to fly as long as possible, and just keep on going. The only times I landed a 172 forever ago, I remember having this really weird feeling that the flare the CFI wanted was way too much, and I didn't know where the gear was. That's just a feel for what the sight picture, and what you call a sight picture, and it does change for different planes. And when you're very new, that is the most difficult part about landing, is knowing how far, that angle that you got to be, how far off the ground it looks. That just comes from just repetition and doing it over and over again. It comes with practice for sure, and it makes it tough to go from one plane to another. There was actually, when I came back from this flight to like turn in the keys and all that crap, there was a friend that who's a CFI that did my checkout on this, talking with this girl who's a commercial candidate that had flown Pipers for a long time and then transitioned into 172s and had a really bad landing and like porpoised, and it was like not good. So she was very shaken, and it's very difficult, even if you are, she's rated past me, but it's difficult to go from one type, even if it's a trainer to another, because there are subtle differences that if you don't take into account, even with the repetition and even knowing kind of roughly how far you are, you're not going to have a great landing. So yeah, it is a very weird sensation. Like, I didn't know if the gear was 5 feet over the runway or 2 feet. Yeah. Well, and that's where on that landing that I just showed, we'll go back here. Here's a good example. So I'm coming in, I'm coming in hot. This is a pretty high angle, but because I know this plane, I know when to start rounding it out. I never flare. Like, I just round it out so they're level and just hold it there. Now I'm adding power. I'm holding back and adding power, trying to keep it flying, and it eventually just touches down. And I can feel it, and I just know, because I know what it looks like when you touch down, that we're getting close. So right here, power's coming on. Right there, I am hovering probably 3 feet above the runway. I'm just, the wheels are just barely over the runway, and I'm just kind of holding it. If I added more power, I haven't done that enough to know like what kind of power I need to give it in order for it to hold that attitude and altitude above the runway. So I just kind of just let it settle, let it float as far as it will go, and then exit off, just so we have a shorter taxi. But this is like what they call sight picture. This is what you want it to look like when you're landing. We're a couple of feet off the runway, so you try to get like that burned into your brain, like the plane needs to look like this and the ground needs to look like that. Yeah, it is a pain to build, and it's even more of a pain when you're jumping between different types of planes. Do you get nervous with all the 737s waiting for you to land? Would make me want to get off the runway as quickly as possible. Absolutely not. I love it. I think it's the coolest thing ever when I've got like planes waiting for me. It's hilarious. The landing with my dad, they had, they were like delaying planes for Letison. Yeah, it is. Maybe if I really look back on it, it may have been a little bit nerve-wracking, but yeah, I don't care at all. This was a flight that Julia and I did. I think we have 360 footage of the landing. Back at John Wayne. Yeah, let's see if this works. Because this is a good example of like just crazy John Wayne crap, where you've got like seven planes in the pattern. Yeah, so this was a nutty arrival into John Wayne. So we have biggest thing I stress to my students: never rush off the runway. Yeah, never rush to the runway unless you have a problem, and don't rush off. That's where you get flat spots and all kinds of crap. No matter how important and senior the airline pilots are, they still have to wait for you. Oh, dude, it is cool. I am very aware that it's cool. Like, I think it's so funny when, you know, like, they're watching us. So this is we're flying out pretty far. A friend of mine in his 170 landed in front of me. Then they're crossing an airliner in front of us, so you'll be able to see. And this is part of learning at John Wayne, where you have to deal with this all the time. You've got parallel traffic here, which we actually didn't have any parallel traffic on final.
Buddy.
What's up, Bill and Chat Bill 4L Woodies? It has been a little while.
Cool, Camaro. Happy Friday, man. Thank you so much for the 13 months, dude. That's awesome. 14 months, but 13-month streak. That's crazy. So yeah, look at this Southwest flight that it's kind of hard to see, but that's a Southwest flight crossing right over. So I was waiting to see if he was going to go, if he was going to move over, because that's way too close. This is caution jet blast is what is the call that we get for this. And when you've got a jet in between the runways, he's on right where I kind of want to land. So if I put my plane right there, that would F me up bad. So as Griller says, always be ready to go around. I am at 400 feet right here, about a half a mile. I think it's like 3,000 feet here. So I'm at 400 feet at half a mile, waiting for this 737 to move. So I'm looking. You can see here, like, I am not descending. I'm holding my altitude at, I think it was like 450, because he's hanging over the edge. So they'll sometimes call a go around if they can see that he's hanging over the edge. So I'm waiting for it. Then they send him. So this guy leaves, and this Southwest is getting his call. I still haven't descended, by the way. So I have not descended at all. I'm still at 400 feet here. Yeah, that's airport parking, and yeah, I don't know why it's so empty. They probably had it closed. So you can see here, like, he's hanging over the edge. Like, that's not cool. But Tower sends him, and like, so he's on local 1, I'm on local 2, and they're coordinating. So I'm like, it's a wide angle lens, so it doesn't look as high up as it feels, but this is 400 feet. If you want to get out like your Google Maps and see, you know, like roughly where I'm at, I'm just inside this little access ring road here, I want to say it's like 2,000 feet, so 450 feet at 2,000 foot. And then right here, I get the clear to land. Right here. So this is the situation where it's really important to know your sight picture, because when you're coming down at a nice glide slope, you're at your 3 degrees, you're coming in, everything's smooth, the runway's coming up to you nice and slow, you know, you getting close, you kind of round it out, you pull the power, like all of that is great, but this is when you got to know where your nice griller. This is where you got to know where your sight picture is, where you're going to touch down. Rewinding my brain all the way back to those like early, you know, pre-solo flights when you're trying to figure it out. You can't even imagine trying to figure out when to pull up. And I'm kind of like purposely using a misnomer, you know, like it seems like witchcraft to know when the hell you're supposed to, like, you know, pull back to land. But when you know the plane, when you know what the plane's capable of doing, you don't need that. So right here is when I get cleared to land, and you can see this. So this guy's moving. So I want to stay as far away from that jet blast as possible. So he knew that guy was getting sent, and you just go full ship it, and that's my center line right there. That is the center line that I'm used to doing. I actually talked to a guy who was a passenger and got hit with a wake turbulence jet blast here in a 172. Dude, yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. We see it happen all the time. It's pretty fun. I love that. Like, I was so jacked up after that landing. I was so excited. But this is like an extreme version of timing. You know, everything comes down to timing. Like Griller, just so everyone knows, is a CFI. So Griller dude is a CFI. So he takes students from nothing to soloing to check rides. Like that is absolutely incredible what he does. And Griller, so jump in here if I'm saying anything that's incorrect or dangerous or whatever. But all of the stuff that you're taught with patterns, with how you set up landings, and if anyone's a student pilot or new to this, has probably seen, you know, downwind, base, final. You'd have all seen that box shaped pattern. And then, you know, on downwind, being the numbers, you reduce power, you put in your first notch of flaps, you turn base, put in your second notch of flaps, you know, reduce power a little bit more, turn final, put on your, you know, third notch of flaps, reduce power, all that kind of stuff. So all of that process, that pattern, when to put flaps in, when to do all that stuff, all of that is part of the process of teaching the steps that need to happen slowly to get to the end result. And the end result is being at the correct speed at the correct point of your landing. Nothing else before that actually really matters, as long as when you're at your landing spot, which can be, you know, like usually at John Wayne on the left side, like I look at that discoloration. You know, I don't want to land before that because usually there's some jet here, or there's, you know, somebody's taking off, so I want to avoid wake turbulence, all that crap. So I look at that little discoloration there. So whatever I have to do to get the plane to be at a speed to land by there. And I know, like, I mean, I've just from experience from landing here, I know that I've got a lot more space, you know, to actually touch down if I need to. Yeah, speed, location, and angle. Yeah. So, yeah, because if you miss the angle, things could get pretty messy pretty quick, I would think. So from knowing the plane, I know that I can be at 400 feet, and the next time I flew this plane, I actually went a little bit higher and came in from steeper angle just to see if I could do it, and sure enough. So I know that from 400 feet, and as a student pilot, this would like blow your freaking mind to be at this. Like, this looks insane. Like right now, because with the wide angle lens, it doesn't look like, you're like, oh, okay, that doesn't look that bad. If you're actually looking at this in the plane, it's high. Like, this is really, really, really high. So I just know that, okay, from here, and I'm not going to land on that discoloration, but from here with full flaps and full, how do I show this? Like full flaps, power idle, full slip. It's kind of hard to tell that I'm slipping, but you can see the nose wheel turning there a little bit. And then just time it. Mains first. It's a little tiny. That nose gear was a little close, but you know, it's all about time. Yeah. And then the little bonus flaps. Did I do the bonus flaps? I didn't even notice. Let's see if we get any bonus flappage in here. Okay, so this is full flaps. Do the flaps come down any more? Looking at that angle. They do. Oh, I had it in there before. Okay, so I took it out. Yeah, so I actually add I go bonus flaps. Let's see when do it. Cole, good call. Yeah, I did have the bonus flaps in there. So we're on final right here. It was pretty much the whole time. You can see the flaps come up. So let's see when I go bonus flaps. So this is full flaps with power. You can see the angle of attack is pretty steep there. Is that bonus flaps? I couldn't tell. Yeah, I think bonus flaps are in. Oh, there they go. Bonus flaps, bonus. Holding it 35 degrees. And then they come out. Yeah, I definitely grabbed them. Yeah, that's really funny. So it's a Johnson bar is what it's called, Anthony. So it's like an e-brake, and there's 3 notches. There's 5, 10. Right? No, what the hell are they? I freaking don't even know. Yeah, I love those. What the hell is it? It's 10, 20, 30. Yeah, it's not 5. It's 10, 20, 30. So if I pull up on the handle a little bit extra, I think it's not 40. No, I think it's 10, 20, 30. It's not 25. So you got 10 is like a notch, and then 20 is a notch, 30 is a notch, and if you pull it back, it goes down, and you can actually see the extra flap that comes in there. Yeah, I think it'll be good to show like from the 20. So here's the 20. So I'm like way the F out here just because it was so busy. So this is the second notch. Turning on to final, second notch of flaps. And because I wanted to slow down as best as I could, I went full flaps earlier. So there's 20, full flap coming in. There they go. Okay, so there's full flap. No, it will not. Yeah, definitely not an examiner. But it's good to know that it's there because it has come in handy a few times. Yeah, so that's full flap. So we're sitting on full flap. And then there's a little bit of bonus. Bonus, yeah, there's the bonus right there. You see that little tick down, and then there they go, and then I let them up. So as soon as I know that like I've made it and I've slowed the plane down enough, then I've let it go. So like Griller says, like it's not gonna give you bonus points with a DP or CFI, but like from an energy management perspective, as a licensed pilot, when you're not trying to, impress the DPE or something, when you're coming up high like that, having extra flaps, the danger of having extra flaps way out and having it be something where you have to hold it, if the engine quits on you at that point, you have a lot of flap in there, but because it's like a manual thing, you can let go of it pretty quick. 40 flaps at idle will drop a Seminole like a boulder. Yeah. So you have you can immediately release it. It's not something you have to select to lower that. But also, having your hands on the throttle and holding it forward, which you're kind of taught. At that point, if the throttle backs out, you're not going to have any problem. You're fully idle anyway at that point. That's kind of where I don't need to have my hand on the throttle there in that situation because I'm coming in. Theoretically, you would want to have, the go around power, but at that point, the hazard has been removed for the go around. Engine fails on short final. I'm not dealing with flaps. Hell no. Yep. Yeah, and exactly. And when you're coming in steep like that, you can see where I let go of the flaps, where I'm clearing that obstacle, which is the tail, the top of the tail of that 7.3. So I've cleared that obstacle, and as soon as I kind of round that thing out and I'm starting to head down, I immediately let go. I let go of the 35 and go back to hovering the throttle. There's no way I'm gonna keep in that 35, keep in bonus flaps all the way down. That would not be good. This is an Archer. Yeah, this is an Archer. So it's got the non-Hershey bar wings, yeah. Butter. If the engine goes on final, you better have planned it or take what you get and don't spin it. If the engine fails on final and you don't make the runway, that is not good. Which is why I freaking hate big patterns. Keep me close, and why I like staying kind of high. Part of that was born from learning at John Wayne and kind of always coming in a little bit hot and high because of the jet blast stuff. But yeah, keep me high, keep me close. I'll get it to the ground. Having an engine failure in the pattern or on final and not making the airport, it is so stupid. So stupid. But that's another, how John Wayne is that scene right there. You got the AOPA 172 and a 737 taken off. That's another part of that kind of student pilot pattern work thing, where you've got the crosswind, downwind, final, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And also have it big so that, you know, you get like the repetition of what needs to happen at what point. But at some point you need to be able to put all those things together and be able to use the tools at your disposal to get the plane at the right pitch angle, airspeed, and location on the runway. We had a girl bust her commercial single engine check ride on power off 180s. Downwind was over a mile away. Never even was close. There's no point. There's nothing good can come of that. Unless it's so busy and you're just like, you need space and there's, you know, like just everybody everywhere and, you know, but if you can help it, there is no benefit in doing anything but keeping it like super, super tight. There's absolutely no upside to that. So that's all I got. Oh, I love debriefing flights. It's the best. It is the absolute best. Because I always learn something from these conversations, and it's really, really fun. 3/4 of a mile pattern feels good for me. Plenty of time. Yeah, and you guys are a 1,000-foot pattern, right? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta keep it close. Where was I on that one actually? I think I kept it pretty. That's a super fun sound. All right, let's see where I was on this one. This one was a little bit unique too because it was a full pattern. So I'm usually on this road right here. We're 800 AGL, and that's Von Karman. I'm usually directly over that. So let's see what that looks like. John Wayne Airport. Yeah, so there's Von Karman. That's what I usually use. And we'll go from center line right there. We'll go measure distance. And Von Karman is right there. So 3,500 feet. So yeah, that's not too bad. That's not as bad as that's not as close as I thought it was going to end up being. 3,500 feet, so what is that, 3/4 of a mile? And then where were we? Here's the runway. And we were like just inside this at 450 feet. So 1,000 feet from the runway at 450 feet. Just shipped it. Is everybody good nerding out for today? I think it's dinner time here on the West Coast. And cocktail time. Round 2. I need another something. And got to figure out if I'm taking Brad to French Valley tomorrow, which would be pretty sweet. Yeah, that was some good learning, man. That was a lot of fun.
But a good pilot is always learning.
That's very true, Jason
Hello.
Shepard.
Hi.
Good pilot is always learning.